Major Mohammed Ali Shah is with us, as is RVS Money. Major Shah, so now we have a very strange situation. And the strange situation is that even before we heard of this particular atrocity, at least the vivid example of it which we've seen now with our own eyes, we've been discussing it here for much before that. We've been spending hours and hours on national television, not only on this news portal, but on many others. We know that Union MOS was there for 3 weeks. The Home Minister went specially, spent almost 4 days there. A commission was set up, a sort of an all-party effort of MLAs representation was attempted. An attempt was made to reclaim all the weaponry, to restore law and order. So an effort has been made. But we have a very unique situation that at one side a lot of effort seems to be being made, but on the side of simply arresting the people who committed the atrocities, it seems not enough was done. It's a very, very odd mismatch. How is that seem to have snuck in, sir?
Okay, Rishabh, that's a very good question, but my heart bleeds no end because just this morning we saw a gruesome murder burning off a 80-year-old wife of a freedom fighter. And one of the assaulted victims of the molestation, the viral video, was the wife of a former Subedar from the Assam regiment, from the army, who fought in the IPKF, Indian Peacekeeping Force in Sri Lanka in the late 80s. In 1999, he fought the Kargil War. So when freedom fighters' families, when war veterans' families are not being spared, and let me tell you, Rishabh,
no, I don't think it's not being spared. I think they're being deliberately targeted. I think it's worse than that. It's not about being spared that incident.
Okay, listen.
I think they're being deliberately targeted.
Okay, let's take it that they're being deliberately targeted. Fine. Let me tell you my experience on ground as a soldier in Manipur, in fact, Rishabh. Women and children, there was a code of conduct. They were never touched. They were never touched by the underground. They were school buses of the army who would travel freely without any protection party. There were ambulances, which I have seen ambulances going from More to Limakong in the army hospital. They were not touched by the underground. They had a code of conduct. That is the reason I had come from JNK. I would say in JNK they were terrorists.
So Mohammed, what's happened? Major Shah, what's happened? Like I said, at one level, we have been sitting here, discussing the causes, the formulations, getting as many voices from all sides as possible. Trust me, it's a very genuine effort we made. I know it's never enough, but we've tried. And this was before we knew of the incident that took place, that the video at least came out. The incident took place much earlier, video at least came out. So this is before we knew of the video. We knew that the Home Minister was there personally. We knew that the MOS was there. We knew that the BJP leaders themselves and their representatives, their houses have also been attacked. So it's not like they are not being victims to this entire thing as well. So effort was being made, but that effort does not seem to have yielded the right results. Why? What is the X factor missing? What do we do next?
Okay, what's missing? It's very obvious, Rishabh. The army over there in action, they haven't been called out as yet. And over, how many days? 80 days almost? Oh my goodness. It should have been in the first 24 hours, 48 hours. Army should have been a requisition. It has to come from the state government. They have to require the center for the army to come in there with boots on ground. Fine, I admit the fact that they perceive things to be getting better and they had removed the Armed Forces Special Power Act in the Imphal Valley just a few months before this clash took place, or before 3rd of May. But what is missing, I'm telling you, Rishabh, we have the last line for everything in the army. They have flash floods in 2015, you call the army. A boy falls in the well, you call in the army.
Yeah.
There's fire, you call the army. You call army for everything.
Yeah, floods in Delhi, we call the army. Absolutely right.
There was some talk of Virappan when Virappan was alive. That, said the army. Army didn't accept it. But here, why is the army not being called? If the army is called, Rishabh, it will be sorted out. Why should we wait for things to get worse?